Yeah, listen here.
I
love that kind of attitude in the voice there. Hey everybody, how's it going? I've got another music video reaction / review coming at you today, and this one is for Letting Go by DAY6. I did really enjoy their debut song, congratulations, so it'll be interesting to see what they do next. And because I'm a guitar player, I've been in bands and stuff, the band concept is always something that interests me too, especially in K-pop. So let's jump right in and check this one out. Here we go. Cool little unresolved motif there. That looks like my house. Guitars everywhere. Really nice kind of like chorused clean guitar tone there. I like that. Trying to figure out if it's an amp modeler or a real amp. Not quite sure. This is really interesting instrumentation. That's a cool chord progression there. I wasn't really expecting that like downward motion. A little bit counterintuitive, that's cool. 너와 내가 너와 봐왔던 행복한 미래는 I know I know. Ooh, this is cool. 말할 수는 없어 happy ending. 비온 뒤 땅이 굳어지듯이 잠시 아픔을 견뎌내면 반드시 나 대신 널 더 웃게 해줄 수 있는 사람을 만날 수 있게 될 거니까 I got to say goodbye right now. 한없이 끌어고 있던 널 놔야 해. 난 아무것도 해줄 수. Some great vocals, both the leads and the harmonies, man. It's like a little bit of like Queen or Billy Joel or even like some Elton John influence in here for a couple of these sections. That's really cool. Hear that downward chord movement at the end of the chorus? That's a little strange, a little unconventional, but very cool. Usually you're building upwards until the final, resolved chord, but this one kind of builds downwards, if that makes sense. And then the music box ending. That was really interesting. Not at all what I would expect from a fairly new group like this. This song has kind of a mature and developed sound to it. You can tell that there's a lot of musical knowledge of influences going back to like the 60s, the 70s especially, from there on up. And I think it's kind of an unconventional sounding song for a K-pop group or for a K-pop band concept type of group. Either way, I don't think I've heard many things that were similar to this from
anything inside of the K-pop realm. The only kinds of songs I can think to really compare it to are all like late 70s or mid 70s hits from the United States. But at the same time, this also incorporates some very modern elements. You know, the rap parts would have never been in a similar type of song to this back in the 70s. The production obviously is very modern, very different sounding. So it is very cool how they kind of morphed all those things together. The vocal production sounds really, really good, as well as the singing, the vocal execution and performance. And the rest of the production and the arranging was also really, really cool. And even from a songwriting point of view, like the thing I was pointing out in the chorus where they're kind of building down instead of up with the chord progression, it's done in a really creative and kind of misleading way, which is great because then it's not predictable and boring. And even though it was a little bit unconventional, the way it was crafted and executed was still satisfying to the listener. You know, it's still resolved well. So anyway, let's jump back in and listen to this one again and analyze it. There's actually a lot of really cool things to talk about, and the fact that the mix isn't super dense means that you can pick out more of those details a lot more easily and really listen hard to them and kind of try to isolate them with your ears and break them down. So let's jump right in. Here we go. It's kind of, there's some sort of underlying sound behind the vocals there, I think. That's pretty cool. It's almost not noticeable. I'm noticing this mix uses really precise panning in the stereo field. Like everything has its own little slot that it's sitting in. Really nice bass tone here. You almost don't notice it, it just kind of sneaks in. I do like the guitar tone a lot. That was a really good choice. Hear how the little like guitar parts are panned, you know, to a certain place, like out to the left or out to the right, very specifically. It's the same thing with the drums. You can hear like where every single piece of the drum kit was panned, really specifically. That's kind of cool how they accomplished that. But it kind of helps to give the mix that sense of space that it has because of the arrangement and the writing as well. So the production aesthetic kind of matched the songwriting aesthetic. Usually that leads to really good results, and it did here. The only thing that I can complain about with the production and the panning, which I really like, is the left side seems to have a lot more cymbal and hi-hat. So the right side, it sounds like it's leaning to the left a little bit in the upper frequencies. And it seems like it's panned to drummer's perspective of the drum set, not audience perspective. Yeah, listen here. I love that kind of attitude in the voice there, but in this part, it almost sounds like a gate or a sidechain compressor clamps down on the right side only, and we like lose the drum kit over there a little bit. There's something a little funky going on there. I noticed it the last couple times I listened through this. Can't really put my finger on it, but there's something a little strange going on there. But I absolutely love the attitude and the lead vocals throughout that whole transition kind of section, going from the different styles. That was really well done by them. And I am like picking at really small little details, like with that sort of imbalance of the cymbal frequencies and stuff. Otherwise, you know, the mix was extremely well done. It's just something that I did kind of notice, and it stood out to me pretty immediately. Yeah, you don't really expect like a song that's filmed in a big sort of warehouse type room with Marshall amps all around to end with a music box. So that's just kind of one of those cool things, and that seems to be what DAY6 is actually pretty good at. They do kind of unexpected things and things that you would expect like a much older group, like more mature group to do, and they can pull them off really well. They really seem to understand, you know, like what's appropriate for the style of the song, and they go for a more mature sound rather than like trying to squeeze in, you know, a bunch of licks or vocal things when it doesn't really fit the particular song they're performing. So I'm definitely really impressed with this song. I liked it a lot. It's a very, very different kind of change of pace from the rest of K-pop, and even like the band concept kind of K-pop groups. This doesn't seem to sound like any of them either, so I'm glad that JYP is kind of giving this that outlet for like some different sounds and letting DAY6 and the music that they're doing just kind of float out there and be on its own. I think that's a really good idea. And I'm also going to check out the rest of the songs on this album. I haven't gotten a chance to yet, so if you could recommend some of your favorites in the comment section, let me know what they are. I'm going to check them all out, but let me know your favorites anyway. And thanks so much for watching this music video reaction/review. Please like, comment, subscribe. If you could share this video all over the place, Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, forums, all that stuff really helps me out, and I'll see you guys next time.